panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. Wait, you're right. The fact that Fremen...
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's... We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny.
No.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll
Is that so? Very... Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside. Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Whoa! Are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already wanted to life. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
What?
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my...
I have also. Maybe she'll appear behind...
Is he trying to trick... You knew we were investigating the... As for Fremine... No. You probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him...
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so...
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but...
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the although as per your...
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, We're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So,
Some of my folks I was willing to play dumb. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
you want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father's...
Oh, I see. So it's
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter...
You people really are difficult to get along with. Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lenny!
Instead of asking why... Perspective for a second. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few Mr. Fremenet left the fortress...
I...
6, 5...
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, late.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler! If you can't talk to Lenny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, we often see Miss Sijwin observing the prisoners at work near the Fonta's internal report suggests that there's... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta... The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the... Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an We often see Miss Sijwin observe... We often see Miss... The Fonta promoter has been struggling. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... The Fonta promoter has been... I've been told that the infirmary...
So that's what's going... The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijween, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse as well, Sijween has only the best intentions. Unfortunately, Melazines as a race perceive the world differently from human. The recipients... Are we on the right...
Not bad. Alright, now, there are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring.
Fonta's internal report... The Fonta promoter has been struggling. The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from humans. As a result, the Melazines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appears rather strange and alien to humans. We often see Miss Sijween observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijween be doing during that time? We often see Miss Sijween observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from humans. As a result, the Melazines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appears rather strange and alien to humans. Fonta's internal report suggests we often see Miss C. The Fonta promoter has been... The research notes said that the... Fonta's internal report...
So there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring? People get scared when they... But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named... a blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided they came to the fortress of Meropide. The Duke, knowing how valuable Coop and so...
I acknowledge, although based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider. Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question! The thought of sparing Lynette and Frem... You'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one.
It was nothing, Your Grace. See, though this gun may look like a toy.
See, Wayne.
Not at all. When Monsieur But if you mean what you just said, but I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do. Everything. His Grace knows it too.
My dear.
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want.
How touch.
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Fremine... Fremine!
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine...
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
What's that look on your face?
Oh, I'm just admiring. How's the situation?
The water has changed. I was only out there a short...
Where was he when you found...
The abandoned zone at the end.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized...
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to convince...
It would probably work on...
It's a bad sign if you're having... Want some tea?
Not...
Fine, I'd like...
Might as well.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a
Why would he ingest a...
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty...
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
We're all here.
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede. And you are no longer in any danger.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. Where could Master Child be? Get in gear! This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? it's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right... there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on. That's right.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande...